All right, go for it.
Hi everyone. This is week 2 of the lockdown, and I've been eating a lot of soy. What about you, CJ? CJ's been working out and lifting weights.
I've been trying to be, but it's been hard. I think I've
Crazy,
gained 20
man.
pounds.
Happy Corona days to you, CJ. Happy Corona Day.
Happy Corona Day, bro. Happy
yeah, absolutely,
Corona Day.
man. What kind of what are you drinking today?
Right now, I just have straight water, but I was thinking about maybe a Bloody Mary after the show, but I should have fixed it before.
Well, that's a perfect after workout drink, my man. After I like to work off really hard in the gym, I like to have myself a bit. Oh, look, it's Gus. Gus, how are you?
Hey, boys. Good morning.
What are you doing, Gus?
Oh, watching this fucking madness, man.
It's crazy. I was telling them, run to the markets.
Yeah, that's fake news. They're out of bullets. They're out of bullets.
How do you feel that your governor has put a state ban on anyone trying to use the very effective to 100% combination of the malaria drug hydroxychloroquine and Zexapral? I can't pronounce that.
Is this Gavin?
No, the governor of Nevada.
Dude, I haven't even looked at the politics. He's trying to outlaw some shit, really?
Yeah, he's trying to stop anybody who's suffering from coronavirus from having access to the malaria drug that cures coronavirus.
I know the governor and the mayor have gotten into it because of
the mayor wants to shut down the water and electricity to businesses that remain open.
I thought that was in LA.
Yeah, that's in LA.
Yeah. The Vegas mayor only wants to stay shut down for 2 weeks. The Nevada governor wants to stay shut down for a month. And she's arguing that, dude, the entire city's run on service industry, and casinos. Yeah. So there's an interesting fucking fight happening there.
So Gus, we have a virus right now. Look, this thing's been with us since December globally. We have a lot of hard metrics and data coming out. And guess what, man? Guess what the percentage is for death?
Talk to me.
It's a joke. It's not even 1%.
No, the virus is not the virus has never scared me since day one, and it still doesn't. Social unrest scares me, and the markets.
Gus, if you could look at your screen, I mean, the data doesn't warrant at all like Nevada. There's obviously Las Vegas because it's probably the major city there, but what you have to worry about more is just shutting the gates from the California people coming over.
Jeez, could you scoot over to my state, man? Go to New York City. Oh Jesus! Oh man!
So there's the New York
how many got
there? So New York has confirmed a little over 15,000 and a half, 192 deaths.
Are they saying New York is officially like ground zero?
Yeah, it's ground zero, bro. Yeah. Because it's like all those Italians that hugged Chinese people in Milan and in Lombardy, right?
The feel good SJW video.
Yeah, the feel good SJW hug a Chinese man, right? The guy's infected with coronavirus. He's hugging everybody, and now they all came here, which is cool. I love Italians. I grew up with Italians. They're like, I'm an honorary Goomba. Just want to let everybody know I am an honorary Paisan. And what happened is, nobody knew this, and everybody's looking at China, forgot about what's going on in Europe. So you had Italians, you had Swiss, you had French, German tourists that came right over to New York, or people that went to business over there in Europe and then came back, and voila, instant infection.
Here we are.
Now, Vegas itself, Nevada, has confirmed 213 cases. 6 deaths, and that's it. So, and people are going to argue. People are manipulating the numbers for their agenda. Like, people are like, look at the data, look at the statistics, but they're only showing you certain data that warrants and supports their narrative, their argument. And that's what I have a problem with. People aren't talking about, hey, less than 1% people are dying. Hey, 90% people who are testing test negative for it. And so then they'd say, "Oh, well, the testing is not good. That you can't trust the testing." It's like, come on, it's just
what's happening
so freaking absurd.
It is, Siege. It's like this whole entire fog. All they're doing is adding to the fog of war and the confusion of what the hell's going on. Even this map you have pulled up, right? This whole John Hopkins map. When you look at it, you're like, "Holy shit, Europe is red." But when you zoom in on it, you see how sparse it looks. Right? It's designed to scare the shit out of you. There's an alternative report with the correct, more accurate map per number that I posted on the Patreon. The link is in the description box. And also, folks, check out our paid sponsors, mycbdedibles.com, mycbdedibles.com. While you are quarantined, wondering when the economy is going to get back on its feet, drink some CBD-infused coffee, some almond pecan, almond vanilla truffles. Those are my perennial favorite. Doggy treats for your pooch and the chocolate peanut butter truffles. And also check out the Patreon where yours truly is breaking things down. Which today I'm going to be talking about the LBMA and all this other stuff that, you know, is pissing me off. Idiots talking out of their turn, saying the LBMA and force majeure. They don't even know what the fuck the LBMA is. Period. And it's kind of getting on my nerves, Gus. So I'm gonna have to educate people on what the real function of the LBMA is.
Gus, you've probably been busy as hell too, though, haven't you?
We've had our busiest month ever. We've actually tripled our busiest month ever.
Awesome, bro.
Yeah. Well, and so some people are trying to institute force majeure. I don't know about the LBMA news, but
COMEX will do it. They have physical. The LBMA is just a settlement.
Yeah. So we only personally have, of all we've been sold out of medals for, I don't know, 9 fucking days. So we only have 2 outstanding orders, and we have those locked. We only have 2 clients waiting on metals, basically.
Who do you get your metals from, bro?
We get our metals from 4 different wholesalers, the 4 biggest in the country, actually. But
you want to cut to the head of the line? I can get you metals directly.
We're not touching metals. No fucking way. We're done. We're on 2-week back order for inventory restocking, and we're not touching it. First of all, these premiums are a fucking joke.
Premiums are through the roof.
That's ridiculous. No, I'm not.
What are you paying on premiums now? Like what?
We haven't paid since the restock, so we're waiting. Like what
are you seeing out there?
Let me put people like this. APMEX, and I haven't been back in a couple of days because APMEX is the Walmart of retail metals dealers in the United States, biggest dealer on the continent. Mm-hmm. So for retail, they were, when silver was at 12, they were double spot. They were $24 for a silver eagle. I've never seen that shit in my. And they were out 4 days ago. They were out of gold kilo bars. I've never seen that either.
Shit. So, you know why? Yeah. You know why they're out of kilo bars, man? All the institutions that couldn't get the LBMA, because I dealing with LBMA, dealing with Auger Horse, dealing with the Nadal, PAMP, Valcambi, a few of the other refiners, they're all out. They're all out of the 400-ounce LBMA good delivery bars and the 1,000-ounce LBMA good delivery bars. So the institutions that rely on them, the central banks that rely on them, the sovereigns that rely on them to, basically make up the reserves of their currency holdings, right, as a reserve. Now they're scrambling for the 2 kgs. And I put it out there to my network. Hey, look, man, 2 kgs are going to be out soon. Now you're telling me that 1 kg is getting hard to get.
The mints are all the mints are experiencing a choke point right now. And what happens during the choke point is, okay, all the wholesalers reach out to the mints and say, we need more, we need more, we need more. And the mints all of a sudden look up and they have, 400% the fucking demand they usually have. Yep. So basically what happens on premiums holds all the way true from the retail to the wholesaler to the mint, meaning that they basically juice premiums and for those listeners who don't know, premium is the dollar amount over spot. Yep. They'll juice premiums, and not only because it's time to profit. Fair enough, that's cool, but it's not only about profit. They're trying to slow demand down a little bit. They're basically like, all right, they'll have, okay, so imagine you're the Sunshine Mint, or pick a fucking mint in the country, doesn't matter, and you have 30 different wholesalers and retailers trying to buy from you right now. You're gonna say, okay, guys. Instead of the usual, and take a generic silver ounce like a Buffalo or something, instead of your usual 50 cents over spot, we're gonna go to $2. Then you get 10 of the wholesalers dropping bids, saying that's too rich for our blood. Next up, they still have 20 wholesalers in front of them. Okay, $2 and $1 or $2 and scare you guys enough. We're going up to 3 or 4 now. So the mint basically starts juicing the premiums. And the wholesalers who are willing to pay the higher premiums get prioritized in the front of the line. It's supply and demand 101. So demand is through the fucking roof. So what do? They say, hey, supply is fixed. So price discovery kicks in. The price starts shooting up on the premiums. And that's how we'll organize our line. That's how we'll prioritize who's getting what. So now we bid up the premiums high enough. Now all the wholesalers get in line based on what premium they're willing to pay.
Absolutely.
That's how that works out on behind the scenes on the bullion side. On the retail side, fuck, you're gonna get you know,
you're gonna get gouged.
I had this conversation with clients 3 weeks ago. It's like, dude, you should have, and I won't mention his name for liability's sake. We had a client put in a large fucking order. The next silver, it was the day silver dropped like 2.5, like 13, 14%. Mm-hmm. He put in a large order. The next day silver drops double digit percentage wise. And he starts like sending emails saying, oh yeah, I'll get to the bank when I feel like it. And blah, blah, blah. And do I get today's silver price? I'm like, dude, you've been ordering us for 4 fucking years. Like, you know how this works. He was trying to commit consumer fraud. So, which is fine. You know what? I got 3 million fucking phone calls and millions of dollars flying around. I don't have time for you to try to scam me right now. So canceled his order altogether, ate the losses, gave him his fucking off bet. No fucking problem. Commit your little fucking bullshit fraud. I actually have real customers to deal with.
Yeah.
And then
what, dude? I don't have time for this bullshit right now.
No, I agree. I completely agree.
Dude, the world is fucking melting, and you're trying to fucking screw me out of $400 right now. Like, fuck off. So yeah, dude, I just want you out of my life. Fuck off. Yeah. Like, so the after that, basically, this is where the story gets funny. 48 hours later, everyone sold out of silver. So the attempt to forecast and greed and commit fraud ended up biting them in the ass, because now premiums are, $8 an ounce or whatever. So it's like, all right, you thought you were fucking clever. Silver's already rebounded the $2, and premiums are through the roof. So God bless you.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna be waiting for your bullion for 6 fucking weeks,
or longer.
Yeah, dude, we took our entire silver inventory and gold. If you go to our metals, it's empty. We don't like selling shit we don't have, because not only do I not feel warm and fuzzy about supply chains and delays and this and that, but clients, when they're waiting for their bullion and they start waiting for it for a week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, they start freaking the fuck out.
Right.
So instead of the phone calls we've been getting the last couple of weeks, which is like, ready to buy some crypto, tell me about your retirement account. The phone calls, the phone lines instead get jammed with, where the fuck's my silver? Where the fuck's my... And so it's not a good way to conduct a business. Like, when you're spending 8 hours a day walking people off a ledge that you got them covered, their bullion, it's not worth it. So a lot of retailers right now are selling bullion they don't have. It's all it's all pre-orders. Oh yeah, lockdown, blah, blah, blah. I already know how this plays. I've seen this play out 2 other times the last 10 years. And the client's going to be sitting there waiting for their bullion 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5. And you're going to see, and it's usually the smaller orders are usually even more fucking, the guy who ordered 1 ounce of silver is usually going to be the one who's calling you 4 times a day. Like, where's my coin? Where's my coin? Where's my coin? Where's my coin?
By the way, Gus, did you get my order yet? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's not worth the fucking headache. It's not worth the fucking headache. It's like, I don't want to deal with a supply. I don't want to risk. First of all, we have the money to cover, we have 2 outstanding orders. Even if the bullion bank goes fucking, or even if the wholesaler goes fucking bankrupt next week, I have the money to cover the clients. So it's isolated 2 orders. We did it on purpose. We shut it all down. Don't want to deal with any of the bullshit. I don't know how it looks. I'm not going to get bullshitted by wholesalers, and I'm not going to bullshit clients. So that's my position on it. Although, again, a lot of people are doing the exact opposite. They're getting greedy as fuck right now. They're going to charge clients premiums up the ass. The back end of that is what they don't see, that we saw on the. I've seen it twice in the last 10 years. Is when supply breaks down, even if even if the bullion is really quote unquote on the way, mm-hmm. the customers are going to fucking go berserk. As once you start breaking 10 days, 2 weeks, and the orders haven't showed up, people start to lose their shit a little bit. Mm. So whatever, everyone's could run their own business the way they want, but we're not we're not doing that. Not worth it. Not worth it at all. We sell two. We have the luxury of selling the retirement accounts as a service and crypto. So, dude, we've never been busier. It's just all crypto orders, retirement account, boom, 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 boom. So instead of dealing with customer service bullshit, we're actually selling things. And that was a decision. It took me about 30 minutes to make and for Will to sign off on. I was like, dude, this is the way I see it. He's like 100% fucking agreed. And we shut down bullion. Our wholesaler bought back whatever we had left. He's like, we'll take it all down. And I was like, all right, good. We're out of bullion business for the next couple of weeks until I have the fucking metal in hand. Then I know we can't get fucked either.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And folks, if you're worried about your 401k turning into a 101k during this time of meltdown, or you just want to finally grow a spine and a pair of balls, contact Gus or his nicer, more friendlier friend named Will Lear over at perpetualassets.com. Perpetualassets.com. Add cryptocurrency to your IRA. You hold the private keys. Take charge of your life. Let Gus and Will Lear show you how. More preferably Will Lear. So go check him out right now. Perpetualassets.com. And with that being said,
can you believe that gold yesterday literally got almost touched pre-crash levels?
I know.
Like that, it was incredible. Well, so QE announced print forever. They got the TARP bullets out of their chamber. They're out of bullets. Fed has launched more than it launched in 2008 already. It's been a couple weeks. Treasury launched bigger package in 2008. That's off the table. Honestly, the only thing left they could do is the Fed literally buying stocks directly. They've already guaranteed the credit through muni bonds and corporate bonds as collateral.
So let's get this straight, man. If we don't get back to work as a country, we're facing economic meltdown, which in and of itself, Gus, is a health crisis.
Yeah,
the Fed cannot create consumer demand.
No.
So we got the jobs number coming. We have the unemployment number coming. We have people are hiding their fucking balance sheets like a motherfucker. The economy, the switch must be flipped for this thing to work. Right now, it is very critical. People understand, even what you saw yesterday, it's all fucking in regards to the quote unquote big surge and bounce. When they start saying, oh, biggest bounce since 2008, biggest bounce since 1933. Like, yeah, those were great years for the economy. Those bounces, they're not everything is fine. What they basically, the bounces, energy companies and airlines got a huge fucking bounce because they're not going to let them go bankrupt. It was a free money and bailout bounce.
Well, hey, keep in mind also one thing in terms of the markets. It's being reported that the stimulus package bill, whenever it gets done, by the way, Nancy Pelosi just delayed it once again in the House.
What?
Apparently that
there was not a provision in there for gender reassignment surgery.
They're not going to allow any stock buybacks with these funds, which is going to be very significant, smart move. So yeah.
Can you believe the shit? I don't know if you saw her release, the demands she had on Monday night. It was a corporate board diversity, airline admissions, like the amount of like commie SJW. They were trying to put SJW bullshit in this thing, and I was like, the world economy is melting, and these motherfuckers are trying to get gender neutral bathrooms. Like this is fucking incredible.
Gus, that's what's important, okay? Because let me tell you something. Because when I'm quarantined and I'm just sitting here just wondering about my gender, it's important that they do this because they need to take care of, because this is racism, sexism, homophobism, and transphobism all wrapped up in one, Gus.
Yeah, dude, they don't give a fuck. They're con artists to the fucking core.
Gus, can we just call them what they are? They're enemies of the Republic.
They are power hungry, parasitic commies. And they were on Monday before her list of demands and her little speech about she literally was celebrating the 10-year anniversary of Obamacare. The world economy is melting, and her Twitter feed was, as we celebrate our 10th year of the Affordable Care Act. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you like?
She's a nut job.
Yeah, dude, insane. They're crazy people. They're totally they're trying to inject so much fucking bullshit into this thing. It's fucking incredible. And meanwhile, the reality is like everything's fucking melting around us. And they are in print to infinity mode. 100% print to infinity mode. And they're print to infinity mode, and oil is still $24 fucking dollars a barrel. So that should tell you the state of where there are numerous variables to watch. So that's when my friends were like, "Oh, is this over?" I'm like, your first tip of the hand is going to be the forex markets. So if you pull up your Bloomberg or CNBC app and you see pull up your dollar list against everything, if you see that entire screen flashing green, we are in mass fucking deflation. That means everyone's running to fucking dollars right now. If you see that entire screen red, that means we're in mass inflation. Everyone there. That means the Fed. So you saw that screen was green for 2 weeks, and then finally on Monday, when Fed went fucking print it all, fuck it, QE infinity, then that screen flashed, fucking flash crashed, and that's why you've seen gold and silver go fucking berserk. That's why you've seen the forex. When you're analyzing these things, the deflationary or inflationary cycle, you want to look at forex markets. You want to look at gold, silver, and oil. That tells you if we're deflationary or inflationary as well, how those are fluctuating. You want to look at VIX. What's the volatility? VIX is what tipped the hand on this whole fucking thing 6 weeks ago. You want to look at interest rates, obviously, and then equity. They've brainwashed the public to only look at fucking stocks. That's
just the Dow.
Dude,
the Dow.
Look at the Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ. Nothing else matters.
Nothing else.
That's why that's why people don't understand economics. Like when you study real business cycle, it doesn't matter if it's fucking Drunken Miller or Kyle Bass or even fucking our buddy George Soros. Like those guys have call them what you will. Everyone's got their own politics and shit, but these cycles happen all the time, and you could really understand how certain asset classes tip your hand in regards to what's happening. Correct. And then you also Jim Rogers, dude, your boy, he's another one. He has a fucking firm grasp of the business cycle. Like when it's time to go commodities, when it's time to go liquid, when it's time to go bond. Like these people understand business cycles. They wrote the fucking book on business cycles.
They did.
And not only does the certain assets tip your hand in regards to what's coming, inflation or deflation, but they also know how the other assets are going to react to the trajectory. So if everything's deflating, they know exactly where to go. Fucking dollar, bond, foreign currency, bam, bam, bam. If it's inflation, boom, they know exactly where to fucking go. So the smart money knows what to do. The fucking sheep in the streets, they watch CNBC and they're like, oh, this is a value buy. Fucking this hotel's a value buy. They're shut down for 2 months, but it's a fucking value buy right now. Like you think Soros dumped $2 billion just now in a fucking United stock? Are you fucking crazy? Like they know what to do. And if I had one grievance, probably economics and poli-sci would be the two things I wish they taught in elementary school, and probably accounting actually. Just because if you could see
that gets in the way of gender studies, Gus.
That gets in the way of being scammed. if the entire system is there to fucking scam you, then and you understand that, like if you understand central banking and the money supply and inflation, deflation, if you know the business cycle, like you know your fucking face, then it's really hard for them to fuck you. Like you have inflation hedges, you have deflation hedges, you have bundles of assets. But they just like, look at the Dow, look at the Dow, look at the Dow. And that's why they get eaten for lunch, dude. It's 5 to 10%. There are two ways to invest. And this is the best way I could explain it to anyone. There are two ways to invest. It's those who make 5 to 10% a year, slowly, and those who take a year like this year or 2008 and make 300%. So you could take your 5 to 10% on the S&P, and it's your retirement account, and you feel all warm and fuzzy. And then this happens, and you lose 50%. But the asshole who actually knew what he was doing doubles his money that year. Like you could short it on the way down, you could trade VIX, you could flop it. Like so, there's a million strategies, but if they don't want people, there's a reason finance guys make money. Like they understand this shit.
Sure.
So it's fucking frustrating to watch and amazing to watch. But between the politics and the fucking econ of it all, man, it's incredible. And that's why. And don't fucking don't think for 1 second I think that bitch is Pelosi's fucking stupid. She understands all this shit too.
Shows how dangerous she is, bro.
Well, it crazy and evil. Yes,
evil. There's no other word for it. It's evil,
dude. Crazy and evil. She pointed a fucking gun at markets on Monday. Oh, give me the Center for Performing. We need $100 million for the Center of Performing Art. Like, what the fuck are you talking? Bitch, people are jumping out of windows.
You know, Comet Ping Pong got $44 million.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep, Comet Ping Pong, where we rape your children while giving you cheese pizza.
Yeah. We don't even know what this thing fucking looks like yet. We don't even like the details of it. Because they rejected.
It's a good time, Gus, for all of us to storm Capitol Hill and just drag these assholes out by the necks and hang them.
Dude,
it's a good time.
They're playing fucking games, and like I said, what really concerns me is they're out of bullets. Like there's
nothing else. There's only one trick left. And CJ, could you pull this up? Negative interest rates. I've been calling this since 2015.
Negative interest rates, and
that's it.
The Fed going full Bank of Japan and buying stocks, like just saying,
"Oh, dude,
yeah, like
yeah."
They're zero interest or negative interest rate.
Guess what percentage of the Tokyo Stock Exchange the Bank of Japan owns?
I bet it's high.
60%.
I bet it's high. They've monetized the whole fucking country. Yeah,
it's fucking crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Insanity to the umpteenth degree.
Because they refuse to take their fucking medicine. They won't take the deflationary. And this has been going on for 30 years.
And it's going to be absolutely horrid when the whole entire thing comes off its wheels. When
the
wheels comes off, it's going to come off hard.
Real quick, I do want to put out a warning because I think this is very important. Let's keep in mind that some of the same players, some of the other media people that said it was perfectly fine for the Republicans to lose the House, are now saying that, hey, you know what, this lockdown is fine. It's used for a purpose. They're going to go military law. They're going to go door to door, arrest all these people with all this massive arrest and everything. I want you people to know that the people that are pushing that narrative and that think that that's the case and are telling people to stay home versus using some common sense and trying to get this country back to work. You're sealing this president's fate. I hope you know that. So when he loses the election because you stayed on that hopium instead of using common sense to get America back to work and doing things, you've sealed your fate. That's my warning.
His approval rating jumped, so it went from 45 to 49 since the crisis started. Yeah. So it jumped. Republican approvals like 92. Independents jumped.
Even Democrats.
9%. Yeah.
Lifelong Dems are they were sick. They're absolutely nauseated about what Schumer and Pelosi pulled. And they're like, yeah, we're voting Trump. So as long as he is doing what look, Americans are grown up, right? They understand there's this crazy virus out there. They don't know what's true, what's not. There's a lot of fear and paranoia. As long as the president is in the people's faces, as he's doing day to day, as he's having some of the best minds in the country working on this problem, and he is proposing getting this country back open for Easter. He's been saying that for quite some time, and having where it's grandma and grandpa. You know what? You're going to be in care, and you're going to be in lockdown. You're going to be in a little quarantine. Stay. The rest of you practice social distancing. Wear your gloves and mask. Get your ass back to work. This is the kind of shit that happens in Asia all the time. It's not a big freaking deal. You might have to, New York City might have to look like Tokyo on any given Tuesday where everybody's walking around with a mask. Okay. If we, because right now, like Trump said it best, he got ahead of this narrative. He said, you don't want the cure to be worse than the problem, and that's what's happening here. You have a virus, dude. At the end of the day, look, man, more people die from diarrhea. I've said this a million times, and I think you laugh about it, this, that, and the other, whatever. But I'm just saying, for purposes, look, 2,184 people a day die from diarrhea. Most of it kids. Okay, if Gus, if we started reporting every person that died from the flu, you wouldn't step outside your house.
Yeah, listen, man. The Dems don't take this seriously. They're totally trying to politicize it.
Yep.
Every single aspect. Pelosi was a smoking gun. Like, again, the on one side they're trying to put the fear of God on you. On the other side, they're like, oh, we need airlines to have admissions. Like, it's all bullshit. It's a scam. Okay,
so you're right. That is the tell. That's the tell right there.
Yeah, the whole thing's a scam. So and the fact they're trying to, this country historically during forget about if you think this crisis is severe or not severe. This country historically fucking comes together when shit gets real. Doesn't matter. Again, we all have our questions about 9/11. Doesn't matter if it's 9/11, Pearl Harbor, great. Like when everyone sees things like a real fucking thing in front of them, that's when typically, okay, let's stop playing politics for a week or a year and take care of this shit. So the Democrats aren't playing that game anymore. Their hatred of Trump is so fucking severe. They don't give a fuck about any of it. Literally, you could have grandmothers dying in the fucking street. Like this really could be a zombie apocalypse, and AOC would still be up there talking about don't hate Chinese people. Like, so this is pure politics. They're trying to correct them every time for saying China virus. Like, that's their biggest story every day. Like, oh, isn't this China virus? Oh my God, how dare you? Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm just in regards to that fear factor, though. I'm seeing a lot of conservatives lose their freaking mind over this, and that fear factor is just so huge. So,
we agree on not allowing civil liberties to go to shit. On that, we're on the same page.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the fear thing might be what gets them reelected. Dude, Bush got reelected after 9/11.
Absolutely.
Like, it's between fear and, honestly, this is not me saying, okay, look, because I'm very anti-war and whatnot, but the smartest, take it all off the table right now. Severity of the virus, civil liberties. If we're just talking politics, and I'm in Trump's fucking cabinet right now, or war room, or advisor, I'm like, all right, dude, here's the play. We go fear. The virus is real. We got to recover unity. We go with the fear angle. 2, we define the enemy, China. This is all China. We've been telling you about China trade. Now China's shipping fucking viruses over. You define a fucking enemy, and China's the bad guy. They've been trying to, the liberals have been trying to point the finger at fucking Russia for 4 years. Like, Trump redefines the chessboard and says, no, it's China. It's always been China. Look what they just fucking did to your, look what China just did to your fucking 401k and your grandmother. Define the fucking enemy. And then lastly,
brilliant.
Yeah, lastly, I would dive in with look how the liberals are acting right now. Look at how they're acting with your retirement money. Again, I would fucking just pivot and shift, and which is kind of what he's doing. That's why he's saying China virus. The fear, but you're right, CJ. Neocons and Republicans lose their mind with fear too. Like, they're ready to start World War III usually when fear occurs with them. On the neocon side,
well, they've mobilized, the military to go after the virus. We're going to kill the virus with bullets.
Start nuking everyone. Right?
We're going to start nuking. And start nuking large cities, starting with New York.
The neocon is simple. They're in the neocon playbook. The old school, not the old school. That's where the neoliberal and the neocon come together. In their mind, they're like, okay, how do we pivot this to invade Iran? That's what's going on.
Exactly.
That's what's going on in the neocon.
Mike Pompeo is working on that right now, just as we speak. So let not your heart be troubled, Gus.
Yeah. The neocons are, how do we pivot this to invade Iran? 100%. Dude, it's fascinating, man. But like I said, they really do. Dude, business is great. All the personal investments worked out great, and still, dude, Sunday, although it's against my best interest because I'm, again, debasing the currency and Monday, I said Sunday. Monday, dude, they rubbed me, the liberal Nancy and Schumer, they rubbed me so the wrong fucking way. Yeah. Like, and I reached out to a few of my buddies. I'm like, can you believe they're pointing a gun right now? But they're trying to apply leverage as the country melts. Yep. And they're like, dude, you already knew who these people were. Like, is that really shocking? I'm like, I didn't think they would do it.
This was not the time.
Dude,
it really backfired on them, man, because it really wasn't the time.
it's like me telling hooker jokes at a funeral. Like you have to. There's a time. It makes zero sense, dude. Come on, fuck, really now? Like you're going. We get it. Like people are about to be unemployed, starving, blah blah blah. You're trying to apply leverage now. Like it's evil. It's just in bad taste. It's like
who's advising these people, right?
Well, imagine someone drowning and you have an extra life preserver and you're like trying to negotiate with them before you give it to them. That's what's going. That's exactly what it was. Yeah. It made me fucking sick. Yeah, dude. Fucking goddamn those motherfuckers. Fucking parasitic motherfuckers. Anyway, what else, boys? What else?
Siege, what else is going on, Siege?
Well, and again, in regards to the entire landscape that's being played out here, that the next battle line is that Trump is going to try to push to try to get the country back to work, to doing the right things, and he's being deemed, hey, he's not listening to the experts. The experts saying, hey, we need to be shut down till at least the end of May.
18 months.
All this crazy stuff. So those are the battle lines that are being drawn right now.
It's duration of the crisis they're working on.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the big narrative being pushed, that that Trump's not listening to all these experts, and they're countering what he's saying. So that's the big narrative that they're playing right now, and because people are so afraid of this right now, and not enough good people who are thinking through this logically, people are being played on their emotions, are not talking out about that. Like, so you look at any type of social, it's like 99.9% of the people say, no, keep us at home. We leave it shut down. The economy's not worth it, because, if one person dies.
If the economy dies, you're going to have, look, man, I remember like 5 years ago, I was on call one time and asked some of these really smart dudes, right, up there, what does an economic meltdown in America look like? And they're a total economic meltdown, like everything just shut down, like supply chain breaking, the whole 9 yards. 25 million dead in 90 days. That's what it looks like. Real talk.
CJ, you might be right, because that is exactly the angle. Let's be honest, Biden isn't on Twitter. The guy doesn't know what fucking country he's in right now. But that's what the Biden team was tweeting from his Twitter account. Is that the 1 point in the Dow is not worth 1.1 human? They're playing the Biden team appears to be playing the let's put them in a corner, economy versus human life. Like basically they're trying to force Trump's hand to keep things shut down longer, crash the economy harder. And if you don't do that, then you're irresponsible with American lives. That's they want to put them in a corner. Like, pick what do you care more about, American lives or the economy? What do you care more about?
And every adult would say economy.
Well,
that's what they don't get.
That's the narrative there. Speaking of, dude, where the fuck is Joe Biden? Where the fuck is he?
I got hair legs.
The world is not, dude. They're keeping him so hidden right now.
They are.
Because can you imagine with all this right now, economics, the turmoil, the fuck, people are quarantined, blah blah blah. Putting that motherfucker in front of a camera for 30 minutes.
Want them to.
Dude, they can't.
I want them to. It's hilarious.
The Alzheimer, the fucking senility will kick in, the dementia will kick in, and they'll be like, holy fuck. He will make Trump look like Albert Einstein. And then, like, they know that, dude. They're not fucking dumb. So everything that's happened the last month, then you wonder why Trump's approval's up. Everything that's happened the last month, though, you put Biden in front of a camera for 30 minutes.
Oh, he already did. He went on last night, and it was a huge, just significant amount of gaffes, like all over the place. I can't remember who was interviewing. I think it was CNN. And long story short, he had a really bad cough. It was like, it wasn't persistent.
Oh, the hand versus the elbow.
Yes, thing? Yes. Yeah. And I can't remember whose interview said, "Sir, you're supposed to be, turning and coughing into." It was a huge gaffe, and then apparently, I think it was like on The View or something like that, that he said that the cure for the coronavirus is actually going to make things much, much worse. He just a series of gaffe. The guy can't put a thought together to save his life.
Dude, I don't think it's gaffe. And V always points to the hairy leg thing, because that's the best story ever. He's like, his name was Ginger, and he was a street pimp in South Carolina, and he had hairy legs. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He was like, and that's what corn pop.
Yeah,
Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran with some bad boys.
Well, I honestly think that they're going to replace him. I don't think he's going to make it. And right now, I do believe that theory that Cuomo seriously could be considered to replace him.
Come on, really?
Yeah. Wow. A lot of speculation. He's getting a lot of national. I've seen some people just because, again, the way that Bush handled it, 9/11 was a lot different. It wasn't the immediate fear right here. It was, but Bush came out right after 9/11 and said, hey, go on vacation, go to Disney, because he understood the economic impact. Where in this situation, we're completely shut down and the economy is being impacted to this significant. So a lot of people are looking at the things and how Cuomo's handling it in New York as bold leadership and clear and concise. And there might be a. I'm not saying I'm supporting. I'm just saying that there may be a play there to replace Biden.
I think here's the thing. This whole thing goes away when the curtain gets pulled, which I believe it will. I believe it wholeheartedly. Guys, April the 13th, I've said it before and I'll say it again. That's when this damn thing starts turning around. And all bullshit aside, in the next, I'd say in the next 2 to 3 weeks, when the curtain's pulled and you see that 100% cure available to every American, this whole narrative and any platform built on the boogeyman called COVID-19 that's out killing everybody, unbeknownst to anyone else, right? This whole mysterious virus, that whole platform, this whole mythos about the virus disappears. It's gone. It's over with, okay? Gus, I don't know if you saw the news, but a doctor that is local to me, bro, literally like maybe a 10-minute drive from where I live, right? This doctor, it's a 10, 15-minute drive. This doctor has cured, and this is what on the news already, made national headlines. He treated 350 COVID-19 patients. 350. He treated them with hydroxychloroquine, that antibiotic that I can't pronounce, and zinc oxide. Out of the 350, within a matter of hours, their lungs cleared up. They were able to breathe normally. They got their function of their lungs back. Their fever subsided. And within 2 to 3 days, they tested negative of the virus. 350 out of 350. Incredible. Dr. Oz, he was on the Hannity show last night. Oz was interviewing a very well-known French doctor who was having breakthroughs using the same stack that this doctor in Orange County, New York, that's not too far from me, is utilizing as well. 100% cure. 10 out of 10. Zero issues. And this is why they know this. This is why the governor, who's a shitbag in Nevada, is trying to get ahead of this whole entire information from getting it to the public. Trying to say, we want to bar anybody from using hydroxychloroquine. And this is why the media initially ran with it, because they were thinking that the public was dumb enough to believe it, where the guy, some idiot, drank fish tank cleaner and died. So all this stuff that the establishment is trying to build up in terms of a narrative to the virus, watch what happens. Watch what happens. That's what I'm saying.
Let's hope.
As you're talking, Como's literally on my TV right now.
Every day. He's crying about ventilators.
Telling me the world's melting. So that's what I mean. I think the Trump approval number bumping, the fact Biden can't be in front of a camera longer than 5 minutes. I think this is all going to backfire on them. They think they're going to be able to control narration. This happens so badly. They tried instituting SJW shits during the TARP negotiation or the stimulus negotiation. Biden's running around speaking incoherent sentences about corn pop and leg hair, and everyone is actually approving how Trump is handling it so far. So it's 60% of the country is saying we're pleased with how he's handling this. So that's why I think this is going to backfire. I don't think for him to come out of this and get reelected would be one of the most impressive things anyone's ever done.
Absolutely.
Politically, to take this kind of, well, you could argue that Reagan did it. Reagan hooked up old man Bush the same way with the way 87 was handled. So 87 gets handled that way, and then Bush beats Dukakis in 88. So yeah, if Trump could squeeze this out and turn it into an 87 and get the approval for doing it, being transparent, then it's a political fucking really, really impressive thing. And you know, so we'll see, man. We'll see. Like I said, there it is. You are right about that. They want to shut down longer because they know the economic fucking pain it'll cause.
Yeah, they need to kill that narrative of Trump of the economic boom. They need to kill it.
100%, and that's why they're going to start taking the word track. What's more important, human life or they'll say the billionaire class. That's what they say. Oh, what's more important, the billionaires or the fucking? So that's their whole sales pitch. So we'll see, man. Fuck.
Interesting times indeed,
dude.
Real quick, I think we had a person in the live chat, Pat Sweeney, want to know what death rate would make me concerned. I said it before. Call me when Ebola is airborne, because that thing had a 70 to 80% death rate. That's when you should be terrified. When Ebola is airborne, I mean really airborne, not like COVID where it's spreading on surfaces and it stays airborne on molecules for a little bit, but actually airborne. Then you should be worried. But when you look at COVID, okay, and 3 to 5%, let's say a 5% death rate gets me concerned, okay? But when you look at the numbers of COVID, man, I'm looking at just the cases in my home state, in my hometown, New York, and it's just like, come on, man, it's like less than 1%. The death rate is still. We got testing equipment out. We got drive-by testing facilities. Maybe I ought to get in the car and drive by a few of these facilities and videotape it for you guys. They have it. They have it out there. Okay, we have. Look, there's more ventilators than there are people suffering from COVID in the state of New York. So all this alarm. We need 200,000 ventilators. 80% of the population is going to. It's horse shit. Horseshit.
Yeah,
think about this.
I saw something where they were like, Cuomo literally went up there 72 hours after the feds gave him ventilators and still said he hadn't gotten them yet. Like it might have been De Blasio, not Cuomo, but they were basically they are in full mode.
They're trying to control the narrative.
Well, you could call it gaslighting or basically ignoring reality. Yeah, redefining reality. It's like this happened, but we're going to tell you it didn't happen. Like. Yeah, they're in total lying, gaslighting mode, dude. Like we've been talking about, man. These people will seize any opportunity for power and control that they can get, and it doesn't matter if it's big. That's why I try to tell people. I'm like, it doesn't matter if you think this is fucking AIDS in 1985 or it's a fucking flu. It's irrelevant. What's more relevant is how they're how the libs are trying to fucking control the narrative, shut everything down, blah blah blah. It's
fucking crazy. Like look at some of the headlines on Drudge. It's panic to the umpteenth level. Like they're linking shit from Daily Mail. Now, that's a reputable source.
That's why I'm concerned, man. That's why I'm concerned.
One corona patient could infect 60,000 members.
They're feeding the fear.
Gus, have you ever encountered 60,000 people at any point in your life in one time?
No. Well, outside of University of Michigan football game. But yeah, dude. Like I've been saying it for 3 to 4 weeks, and this is me personally, man. Again, I'm not afraid of the virus at all. I haven't been for a month. I'm still not today. I'm afraid. I've always been afraid of the zombie apocalypse in regards to civil unrest. So even last week, I think after we spoke last week, like Monday or Tuesday or Thursday, got my last the government shutdown for Nevada just happened, blah blah blah. So I made the rounds and stocking up on last minute essentials. By last minute essentials, I mean like some charcoal for my grill or something. And in the streets, there were nothing but the homeless people, crackheads. Like like that's how it starts. And like in certain states, they're decriminalized. Like they're talking about, the virus is in jails now. We should let people from jails. I'm like, what? Like
anything to create the chaos. You see what
that's what I mean. Like,
anything to create the chaos.
I see shit like that, and I'm like, that's the problem. The problem is not the fucking virus. The problem is the rioting, looting, crime, all that. That's the fucking, for me, that's always been the concern. And it's not even for me. I got a fucking pistol every room in the house. In my car, like some motherfucker comes up to my window, he's gonna get a rude awakening. The concern is for everyone else and my family. And like, I'm not in Chicago to start fucking to shoot someone if he kicks my mom's door down. But she's got her own pistols. But that's my concern. Civil unrest, not the virus.
You know, it's now the House is delaying the vote. Look, House delays vote on coronavirus bill. Oh, that's good.
Are they really?
Yeah, Nancy, the piece of crap, hit the gavel so she canceled the session before anybody could vote on it.
You're kidding?
Nope. Where's Bane when you need Bane? That's what I want to know. Bane, where are you?
Do you feel in charge?
Speak of the devil and be shot here. Tell me, do you feel in charge?
Do you feel in charge? Oh, he goes, leave us. He goes, stay here. I'm in charge. Do you feel?
No, you stay here. I'm in charge. I paid you. I gave you half of my wealth. And this gives you power. Oh.
He's got his back of his neck.
Dude, we need dudes like that right about now.
Yeah.
I am Washington's reckoning.
Fucking Bane. It's pretty.
Can you imagine like Bane putting his hand on Nancy Pelosi's neck? He's
got some good one-liners in that, dude. Not even one-liners.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff. Boys, I got a trade card.
All right, buddy.
That's fucking watch and observe, bro. We got when we speak next week, there'll be even more goodies to talk about. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Stay safe, gentlemen.
Yep. Be safe, everyone.
Later, guys. Hasta la pasta, everyone, and another day in Corona land.